Have you ever questioned exactly happens to older men who live alone without the support of a woman? It's a question many ask, but few truly understand. While society often paints a lonely or unfortunate picture, the truth reveals a reality that is much more complex, one characterized by independence and personal expansion and unique difficulties. This video, we're going to talk about 5 things about older men living on their own and finding why many find strength and fulfillment, how they get around in the solitude connections between people and what they mean for their security. Keep an eye out until the end, because these insights not only challenge common assumptions, but might also alter your perspective. Later, independence and companionship life. This isn't just about numbers, prevailing beliefs. It concerns truly understanding these men, feeling what they go through, and maybe even learning something about their way of life, their own terms. Now let's get started. First and foremost, independence provides strength and identity. Numerous older men who live alone. Independence is more, instead of merely a practical arrangement. It's a deeply held value that defines much of who they are. This sense of autonomy allows them to make their own decisions, manage their daily routines without compromise while retaining authority over their surroundings. Living by yourself without a woman's choice is frequently deliberate, sparked by a desire to keep this freedom, which many men find empowering as they age. Having this freedom can manifest in different ways. Several men enjoy being able to wake up when they choose, eat the foods they prefer, arrange their homes in the exact same way they like. Others prefer not to have to negotiate schedules or preferences, which has the ability to promote and ease stress. Situation for living in peace. The capacity having the freedom to live their own lives is a major factor that contributes to their sense of well-being and self-respect. In terms of psychological support, this autonomy a positive view of oneself. Older men value their independence, often feel more capable and self-assured, which in turn influences their overall mental health. They might see their situation as a reflection of strength rather than loneliness, embracing the solitude as a time for self-reflection, hobbies, personal growth. This attitude stands in contrast to common stereotypes that think that being alone means being lonely or sadness. Tom, for instance, is 78 years old, retired educator, finds excellent fulfillment in managing himself household. He informed me, "I like the quiet and peace. I have the space to do what I want when I want," which entails a lot at this stage in life. His story echoes many others who see solo living as an opportunity to empower oneself rather than a burden. However, independence doesn't mean complete isolation. Numerous older men who live alone remain actively involved in their communities, pursue hobbies, keep in touch with friends. Their individuality gives them flexibility over when and how to socialize, balancing solitude with meaningful connection. This first truth demonstrates that for a lot of older men, living alone without a woman is not about solitariness, but preserving a cherished sense of control and self-esteem. Is a way of life that, when practiced, peace and fulfillment can come from intention and resilience as they navigate the complexities of aging. The second, social connections beyond romantic relationships. While many might assume that living alone means living isolated, the truth for older men who select living by yourself is frequently very different. Many cultivate rich social networks that never rely on romantic relationships. These connections, whether through community, family ties, and friendships, groups, or pursuits, offer emotional support and a sense of belonging that reduces feelings of loneliness. Men over 50, those who live alone frequently devote time and energy into friendships that might not get as much attention in younger years. These friendships may have profound, meaningful, formed through shared experiences over decades. Social activities such as volunteering and going to clubs or participating in events held locally provide chances for connection and engagement. Contrary to the dynamics of romantic relationships, the connections are typically more adaptable, allowing men to remain in contact with others on their own terms without added emotional depth and breadth. Psychologically, these friendships serve a vital role. They offer companionship, validation, and outlets for conversation, which are important for mental health as one gets older. Freedom to select social interactions as opposed to feelings obligated by a partnership, frequently diminishes social stress. Additionally, it enables men to surround themselves with supportive people who truly appreciate and comprehend their way of life. Take, for instance, the Robert, a 74-year-old retired engineer who chooses to live alone. Regularly meets a serum close-knit group of friends, weekly card games and weekend hikes. We don't need to be married or in a relationship to be in close contact. Robert disclosed, "These friendships keep me grounded and remind me I'm not alone." In addition to peer friendships, often plays an important role. Cousins, siblings, and grandchildren could supply regular interactions, and these bonds are deeply valued by many men. Additionally, technology aids in bridging distances, allowing video chats as well as phone calls that maintain closeness despite physical separation. The realization that social fulfillment can come from diverse sources beyond a romantic partner is an important fact. It emphasizes how old men living alone can sustain a full, engaged social life without conforming to traditional expectations, companionship. This autonomy in social relationships contributes to their sense of happiness and personal freedom. If you are continuing to watch this video, and please consider these insights valuable. Comment number 2 below to let me know you've arrived. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and sound the alarm so that you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, health outcomes and lifestyles role choices. Contrary to the common belief that living alone automatically leads to health problems, but the truth is much more complex for older men who live solo. Health outcomes vary widely in this group, and lifestyle in large part choices in social networks of support. While some men may encounter difficulties associated with feeling alone or restricted assistance, many others maintain good mental and physical health by proactively managing their well-being. Numerous older men who live alone develop routines that put healthy habits first. They might stress eating in a healthy way, regular exercise, and regular medical care. The autonomy of living alone sometimes motivates men to take greater responsibility for their health in the same way they are unable to rely on a companion for reminders or assistance. This feeling of ownership, their very own happiness, frequently results in disciplined self-care practices. Mental health is another important aspect. While social isolation can be a risk, many men find that living alone provides tranquility and reduces potential sources of stress, complicated relationships. The ability to manage their surroundings and avoid conflicts contributes to emotional stability. Mindfulness meditations, hobbies, and involvement in the community can additionally protect against feelings of loneliness. The story of George, retired firefighter, age 79, exemplifies this well. He has no family, but continues to exercise throughout daily swimming and walks. George, as well, regularly goes to a local senior center, where he takes part in activities with others that keep him socially connected. Being unhealthy while alone is not the case. Declares that it entails taking charge of your life. However, it is essential to recognize the challenges some face. Men may experience difficulties with coping with long-term conditions or emergencies. This emphasizes the significance of establishing supportive technology and networks for health communication and monitoring. Older men's diverse health outcomes. Living on one's own demonstrates that lifestyle choices, rather than relationship status alone, play an important part. For many, living alone provides the space and motivation to adopt healthy routines that support quality of life and long lifespan. Number 4, financial independence, control. One of the less discussed but important information about older men living alone is a significant role. Financial security is a key factor in the capacity to live on one's own. Having control over their finances means these men can make choices that align perfectly in line with their way of life without compromise. Controlling their own finances allows them to live freely, comfortably, handle expenses on their terms, and create a strategy for their future in a way that fits their individual objectives. Financial freedom is frequently a fundamental reason why many older men choose being by yourself. It permits them to spend first, regardless of whether that means investing in hobbies, travel, home, either improvements or medical care. They are not have to bargain over budgets or be concerned about conflicting financial priorities that can sometimes arise in partnerships. Peace can be achieved with this level of control of mind and lessen the stress that comes with disagreements over finances. Beyond day-to-day expenses, managing finances alone means making important decisions about retirement plans, insurance, independently planning an estate. Men over 50 living solo often take pride in handling these responsibilities, seeing it as part of their self-reliance and maturity. This autonomy extends beyond money. It's tied to a deeper sense of dignity and self-worth. Take Paul, a retired accountant who lives in his 72nd year, manages his finances on his own meticulously. He stated, "I like knowing where my money goes exactly and making decisions without having to respond to everyone else. It's empowering and aids in my sense of safety." Paul's many people who see are reflected in experience financial control as integral to their freedom and a good quality of life. However, that comes with this control, responsibility to plan wisely. Without men partner to share financial responsibilities, must ensure that they have adequate security, like savings, insurance, and support procedures in place. Financial literacy, it is absolutely necessary for sustaining this independence well into later in life. The fourth fact highlights the importance of financial independence, not just about money. It involves living life on one's own terms. Numerous older controlling one's finances is important for men. One reason why they chose to live alone, promoting their independence and overall well-being. If you're watching now this video and coming to these conclusions, valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't signed up yet, I suggest you sign up and ring the bell so you never miss a single video. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 5. The emotional resilience and self-awareness. 1. The most important information about older men, the emotional level of living alone, self-awareness and resilience are frequently possessed. Choosing to live solo in later years is rarely made lightly. Demonstrates a profound understanding of oneself and the emotional strength to embrace independence even when society may expect otherwise. This resilience helps them overcome obstacles in life without depending on a partner for emotional support. Many older men develop coping strategies that allow them to handle with stress, isolation, or setbacks grace. They learn to appreciate their own business and find fulfillment in it by hobbies, contemplation, and important activities. This self-awareness fosters satisfaction and inner tranquility that might be impossible for those who heavily relationships for validation. Psychologically, this resilience is linked to acceptance, accepting life's alterations, restrictions, and opportunities without opposition. Older men living alone often report feeling more authentic and able to freely express themselves without the constraints relationships sometimes bring. This being truthful to oneself is a powerful source of confidence and satisfaction. Take the story of Samuel, a 77-year-old, a former educator who has lived alone for over a decade. He described his time alone as an opportunity to reconnect with who I am and enjoy moments without compromise. Samuel's experience is common for men who live on their own by choice. Reflecting emotional growth comes with a wealth of knowledge. This emotional resilience doesn't mean these men never feel lonely or vulnerable. Instead, it indicates that they have the tools to face these feelings constructively. Meditation, journaling, or being a part of a community can be used as outlets to maintain balance and perspective. Understanding this truth reveals an often ignored strength of older men living alone. It is challenging stereotypes and encourages us to value the maturity and emotional complexity that support their lifestyle choice. If you are continuing to watch this video, then please consider these insights valuable. Leave a 6th comment below to let me know you've arrived. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and sound the alarm so that you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 6, social connections that go beyond love relationships. Another fact about getting older men who live alone is that they often cultivate meaningful social connections that go beyond romantic partnerships. It's not always necessary to live alone, being out of touch or alone. Many men build strong networks of family, friends, and the community support one another socially and emotionally, enhancing their lives significantly. These social ties frequently take various forms that are older than those or among couples. Men, for instance, may have made close friends through shared interests like volunteering in sports groups for hobbies or work. They could also maintain tight bonds with siblings, grandchildren, and children, which provide affection and companionship. Connections frequently feel more secure and less complicated than romantic relationships, allowing for genuine and satisfying interactions. Emotional well-being depends on engagement, well-being, cognitive health, and even physical endurance. Men who live alone but remain socially active tend to report higher satisfaction and lower levels of depression and anxiety. Find that cultivating diverse relationships as opposed to concentrating exclusively on romantic offers resilience against loneliness enlivens everyday life. Take Walter, 80-year-old retired engineer who lives but continues to be actively involved in his weekly book club and community gardening club discussions. He states, "My buddies and family fill my life with joy, purpose. Living alone has freed me to focus on these relationships without distraction." It's also common for these to participate in intergenerational connections. Assisting at the local mentoring younger people or schools gives them a sense of involvement and belonging. They are able to feel more valued and connected, both of which are crucial for ensuring mental well-being and a positive outlook. The sixth reality emphasizes the fact that living alone is not about being alone, but choosing the types of relationships that are right for you, one's lifestyle, and emotional needs. Many older men have extensive social lives, excluding romantic relationships, achieving a meaningful and balanced existence. Final thoughts. As we approach the close of this video, take a moment to reflect on the 5 truths we've explored about older men who choose to live alone without a woman. Every truth reveals a layer of strength, wisdom, intention that is frequently overlooked or misunderstood. Whichever it is, emotional resiliency, independence, or the rich social connections these men have created lives through nurture, filled with meaning on their own terms. Think about which of these truths most resonates with you. Perhaps you identify a portion of your own story in the concept of accepting one's independence. Perhaps the value of cultivating friendships outside of romantic relationships touch a nerve. Whatever stands out to you, know that many people agree that experience is valid, who follow a similar course. Being by oneself does not equate to being alone or lacking. In fact, it can be a powerful expression of self-awareness and fulfillment. This living a life of courage and commitment, which frequently results in personal development that not only benefits not only their own, but also those around them. We would appreciate hearing from you. Leave a comment below with a thought that what you found significant today and how you could put it to use in your own life. Them thoughts are significant and motivating others who might be going through the same journey. If you came across this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribe to, and share our YouTube channel. Because of your help, we are able to continue creating content that informs, encourages, and inspires seniors in the same you. We appreciate your presence today. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. We appreciate your presence today. We'd love to hear from you. Please share one thing in the comments section, what you've learned today, and how you intend to use it in your existence. Your thoughts are significant to us, so please do not hesitate to impart them. It gives to read your comments, yes, tremendous encouragement and motivation. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, share. Your help enables us to continue creating informative content and motivate you. We appreciate your watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.